Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. You know I was only going to do 2 Isaac episodes today. Here's the 3rd. This is where things get spicy sometimes. I don't know, this is a pretty good start. No, it's not. Our stats are terrible. 4P, 6R, ZWH3. Good news is we got HP. We also have a blank rune that I look to right now as a potential option for re-rolling Box of Friends. Hello, just spit out some more bombs. Would you mind? It's what you do. You just want to spit out like one more bomb? It would really go a long way. Well, you gave me 2, I'll take it, but it's not really what I meant. This is like your prototypical... It's a run that's not very good, but is also fairly hard to die on early. As the game gets going, you know, that can change in a major way. But for the present moment, this is going to be a long room. Prepare yourself. For the present moment, it's very survivable. How many of these guys are there, dude? Especially, like, having a lot of consumables is, like, a really underrated part of success in Isaac in the early game. Being able to blow up a couple of tinted rocks. Hello. Makes a big difference. Being able to go to early shops makes a big difference. Being able to get glass cannon. Okay, I meant to go back in and see if blank rune was going to do something for us, but that's okay. As far as I'm concerned, we just used the bomb to save half a spirit heart, so I'm honestly a hero. I think I would describe myself as heroic. It's universally true. Within the first 2 minutes of an Isaac episode, I will receive a Discord ping. It's really... We went through a period of this many years ago, where whenever I started an Isaac episode, Mathis would message me on Skype. We're getting back to it. For whatever reason. You know, it's a very dubious start here. And I'm not talking about the Greek secretary of having a good time. But 13 cents has me very intrigued here. Just let me go to the room. It has me very intrigued here. I do not want Cursed Eye. Oh my god. I'm just begging you. Let me in. Let me in. Okay. I do want to blow this up. A potato peeler is very interesting, I'll admit, but with only 1 bomb, I think we want to buy this, blow this up. And the coupon is just so much better than, well, anything else that we have available on this shop. I don't want to use the coupon here, but I really want to get like 1 more reroll and then try it, because we're not going to get a deal with the devil here in all likelihood. So we've built a run that is plausible that we could get something done now. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I'm trying not to put too much sauce on the gamer rage, but please just let me in. Okay, that's going to give us a reroll, and also pay for its existence in the first place. Look, there's no doubt. We don't need coupon as much as we need, like, some kind of DPS upgrade. And if this rune doesn't illuminate that for you, I don't know if anything will. But this is still, like, pretty good. I mean, we got 3 items we do not care about at all here. Just 3 item pedestals burning a frickin' hole in our pocket. I'm gonna go for another reroll. I regret it. We could have bought... Could have bought something there, but you know what? We're looking pretty good nonetheless. Take me down here. This is going to be one where I would honestly say that just having a lot of patience is going to go a long way. Please go the other direction. Just go into the fire. Because we're not going to be strong for a long time. It is going to take us... It's going to take us a little bit till we get to the point where we're like, this is easy and fun and we're having a great time. But we have the kind of survivability and utility that can definitely make that come to pass. Just hoping maybe that there's like a... Even just a... I was just gonna say like 2 cents gives us a pretty good chance at a reroll. Then maybe you coupon into something that blows you away. Just like you did to me. Okay. Good work. Anything? No? Okay. Sorry, I had to keep constantly praising myself here. Well done, sweetie. You did it. Okay, let's go. He can shoot. He can score. Holy cow, it's Bobby Orr. Let's go. All right. There we go. Now, whatever we get. It's a bomb. That's not that bad. I would honestly... We have second secret room access, but I would rather save my bomb right now to see if we're fighting against, like, Ragman. Little Horn will blow himself up. Assuming this isn't a champion that doesn't use bombs. Which is good because... Oh, please just use a bomb. I'm just begging you to use a bomb. Because, like... Even just but a single bomb. Really speed up the whole process here. I feel like he probably has a cap on the number of shots he can summon. So I would honestly rather... not fight him, or not fight the individual shots, and instead just try to hit him in spite of their existence. Okay, there's a third one. So now you got me thinking. Help me. I could place a bomb, but I'm worried that we would miss. And if we miss a lot. Look, I'm not gonna complain. The last Eden run we had was like redonkulous DPS. Okay, that's something we shouldn't have attempted that dodge. So this, you know, sure, I'm hearing parts of this song I don't think I've ever heard before. But it's a good test. Certainly a good test. You know what? We got a good rhythm here. 2 shots? Dude, our pace is world record attempt incoming. Here he goes. Look. If you didn't think I had dedication to the cause of keeping the streak going, you must believe it now, because definitely the lazy way to do this results in you getting hit 20 times. The fact that we didn't get hit 20 times to me means like I'm honestly, I gave this my all. We got an HP upgrade. I will check the second secret room. I hope it's not just a bunch of red hearts. Life is pain. Okay, so let's audit this run. We're about 8 minutes in. We got HP and the coupon, which is not bad. But considering how many item pedestals we're leaving behind, hurts a little bit. Hurts, don't it? Okay, we got lucky there. Definitely do not throw away any more HP. Like, I mean, that's not a throwaway, but we have to be very, very, very conservative with our HP, because we need a deal with the devil more than anything else right now. Like, we desperately need a damage injection. The great news is if we get a deal with the devil, I mean, that's what Coupon's built for. That plus the shop, and getting an extra battery charge out of this is extremely sec. You know what's nice, too, is this Burning Basement Curse of Darkness combination. I always, whenever I play Isaac, I'm like, you know what, the game's just too friendly, and there's not enough things that appear on the screen to just make it difficult to see. You mad, bro? Okay, hold on. Starter deck would be really nice. That would be a really nice thing to get. A bomb would be fine with the coupon, but we're not picking up the battery charge yet because we want to get, you know, the maximum efficacy. I mean, if anything, we could avoid picking up the battery charge because maybe we won't be able to use it for a deal with the devil, but I think we're going to try to shoot the moon. It might be the wrong decision, but I think it's worth a try. Okay, so the Spirit Heart is fine. Starter deck, by the way, is not like... Here's the thing. I would rather get Deal with the Devil item than get starter deck. However, we can pay for a Deal with the Devil item. We can't pay for starter deck with our 0 cents. Good luck paying me back with your $0 a year salary plus benefits, babe. So I think we're doing things the way they are meant to be done here. Okay, yeah. Cascade, chain reaction. It was electric, so frantically hectic. I mean, as of right now, this run has train wreck potential. We're gonna be... I predict, personally, it could take us 15 minutes to get through the first 2 floors. Which is about half of the length of the average Isaac run. But it is what it is. It is what it is, you know? This is what you get when you play Eden runs. And there's really, like, there's no reason to be upset yet. The way you would be upset is if you also started with no HP at all. That would be like, okay, the game has chosen that it's time for me to lose. Or at least maybe lose. Okay, I mean, you know, I don't really love doing this with 16 rate of fire, but I do think it's kind of a wise decision. You know, being able to buy a battery charge for 3 cents means that we, A, remove the battery charge from the equation as something that could get hit by the coupon, and also we get the battery charge. So, you know, it's like, it raises the odds twice as quickly for us to be able to get the starter deck, for example. But we are, like, I mean, there's just some enemies that are going to be a real kick in the teeth. Like, these guys, for example. We're very lucky they've like approached us the way the baddies in a Jackie Chan movie approach the protagonist, as just like one at a time, slowly approaching in a very manageable fashion. Were it not for this, we would be in some trouble. I merely ask for like a single bomb, even. Again, just something to make... Okay, fair enough. Just something to make the fight go a little simpler on the boss, maybe. Again, a free Deal with the Devil is worth something. Well, okay. I mean, I gotta crunch the numbers here. We're not gonna get another charge. We already got the battery. There was no battery charge in there. Ah. Well, let's come down here then and see. Okay, so we know we got some rooms. We need to make space. The way you make space on these guys is the same way you make space in Spelunky with the ghost. You gotta feign to a direction, and then right after that you gotta pivot. So you feign to a direction, they leave a hole somewhere, you find the hole, and you bounce. Don't fart here. Thank you, thank you. They waited just long enough. Like, it's getting a little absurd. I mean, this one goes out to anyone who thought, like, oh, you're exaggerating, you're gonna be done with the floor in 12 minutes. Okay, well, thankfully we have keys. Ball and chain, I'm like, dude, here's the deal. It's a very dubious item, but I think we have to try. And I would... Okay, and this could be big. I would say that probably it makes more sense now to go to the boss fight devil deal to try to get something for free with the coupon. Because, yes, my favorite choice... That not giving us anything, by the way, is a real kick in the teeth. But, yes, we could always pay for a deal with the devil. No doubt about that. However, I think the odds of it giving us starter deck are worse. I don't know. I mean, do we care about watch battery? I think we do. Bizarrely. Do you see what this run has done to me? Basically, long story short, I would rather get starter deck for free and pay for a deal with the devil, I think. However, the odds of it giving us starter deck for free are quite low. So, why risk it? You know, instead just take the guaranteed way out. That as long as we don't take damage will give us a deal. Don't take 3 hits at least. And I mean, we're getting money here. One quarter changes the dynamic of this run quite a lot. Or just like a decent chunk of money in general. You want to talk about doing the little things right. Oh my god. Okay, okay, moving on. I don't know, dude. Maybe it was optimistic to suggest that we were going to finish this in 15 minutes. In fact, I'll hit you with it. It's not a maybe, it's a definitely. Can you believe how far I've debased myself here? You know, you never know if that's gonna come in handy. Nobody in the history ever thought this day would ever end. Well, guess what? It's never gonna end. Just 1 penny. Oh my god, it's Champion Ragman. This is actually like a cool joke. Luckily, I think it's the version of Ragman that doesn't summon anything. He regens HP? Oh my land. He summons things. Dude, this is like, I don't want to play. That's what you've done to me. You've created a run where I don't want to play. Like, I will admit, and it's selfish. And this is why I'm not going to try to kill you with this, because we need all the HP we can get, obviously. But I did, even with a streak of 54, I thought for a brief moment, what if I just quit this run? What if I just quit it? The worst part is, no one would hold it against me. That's what makes it so seductive, and that's exactly why we can't do it. We've made it through. That actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. We got marbles. Well, I mean, you know where we're going with this. We're definitely taking this. As long as the fire doesn't hit us, we can, we could take betrayal, but I'm just like, I don't even want to take the chance. Like, I know that there is no chance, but I don't want to take the chance. So I still think we could lose. I'm out of here, by the way. The brimstone is a huge get, don't get me wrong, but our rate of fire is horrible, and our damage is really bad. We do have 9 lives. Like, I mean, that's an amazing deal with the devil. I'm not gonna suggest that is not great, because it is, but, we still need a little bit more. We don't need too much more now. Like, that's so much better than just, you know, I don't know, getting a bunch of red chests with troll bombs and spiders in them, but like, is still like, is not just set in stone as is. But we'll get there. I mean, this is one of those runs where, like, I'll just tell you, sure, it sounds entitled, because it is, like, I mean, maybe like default entitled. I feel entitled to the win because of the way that we played the first 2 floors. We really gave it everything. And we may not be done with that philosophy just yet. We don't have to go anymore. We win! Okay, Justice, we'll just pop that. We're happy to see it. Now the consumables are flowing. Okay, what's next most important? I hate to say it because it's like an ungrateful suggestion, but we really need like an all-stats upgrade. Speed, rate of fire, HP, and damage are all bad. So, what do you want me to say? We need a little of everything. Well, you know, maybe it's easier to just say what we don't need. That was pretty lucky. We don't need, did I say range? We don't need range. We don't need shot speed. Just hit him, just hit him. Okay. We do need that, but we don't need it yet. We can wait on that. Gotta be careful that it doesn't, the Samson's chain doesn't blow up anything that's right next to us. Like a mushroom that could damage us. This is devastating. I'm not paying for that. Are you insane? Oh my god. And I know this is like the Jeff Foxworthy, like, it's always in the last place you look. Of course, it's always in the last place you look. If you found it, why would you keep looking, dummy? AKA the epitome of humor. But anyway. It's like the last Isaac run of the day seems to have a much greater chance to be the one that makes you never want to play the game ever again. This is a reroll. This is reroll city. I will buy the Spirit Heart. I don't even think, even though there's a battery charge, I don't think it's worth it. None of these items are high enough payout. This one, I think we could try. So we get a card. The card is strength. We really just, you know what? Sure. That's what it takes. You found me at a moment of weakness. I mean, to be honest with you, I should go in. I should, because we're fishing for Guppy. Even if we die, we got a bunch of lives. We know we're getting HP up from this floor. What are we trying to do? We're trying to flip the script. We're trying to get the coupon to give us the gift for free. At which point, we hope that the gift gives us some kind of statistical improvement. I don't think it's gonna happen. We could bomb? No, because then we don't have any money to begin with. But oh wait, you know what? We didn't find the regular secret room yet. We got a boss trap or mob trap room left. Anemic, certainly not what we're looking for. But that's fine. You know, I mean, it really truly is fine. It's just gonna take a while. That's all you can say. Really makes you think. Really makes you think. So we should get a charge for free for coming in here. As long as we complete it. I'm gonna pop the strength just to feel what, like a little preview of what this run might feel like when it gets half decent. Well, there was one guy who is like, I wish he talked about Isaac more. And by the way, I'm not dunking on this guy. You know, everybody's entitled to ask for what they want from their content, and he was not uncivil about it. However, this run's for you, buddy. I don't predict much in the way of banter. I predict that you will see what you want to see here. Alright, so here's the deal. We know we got 2 charges. You knew that was coming, right? Like, you just knew we were gonna have to get the whole shop figured out here. Give me this. Does this do 1 damage or half a damage? I feel like... Sure. I need the speed, quite frankly. I feel like it's worth checking. If it does 1, we'll stop. Okay, it does half. We're actually, like, pretty stoked by that because we can fish for magic mush. Okay, what do you got for me? Alright, I mean, look, here's the deal. It's not really what I was looking for, but it is a nice damage increase. I can't really complain about it. Alright, and again, if you want to talk about doing the little things right, I'm your man. This is a Northernlion that did not exist a year ago. I've been rejuvenated, and I've doubled, or let's use fancier verbiage. I've redoubled my efforts to be a good Isaac influence. And here we are. So we need like a big hyump. We need a big hyump. Okay, I don't know if we can actually get to that. I feel like I gave that one as much effort as is conceivable. You know what? We do have one of you. I think it's, you know, at this point, anything's worth a try, and I really do appreciate it. I don't want either of them, to be honest. I already took 1 pill and feel bad about it. I know it's gonna hurt, but we gotta. Hurts, don't it? Okay, don't forget about this. I think we're content with our current trinket. I'm just gonna say, I don't want to take any trinket that has a potential downside. Now I'm like, wait a minute, does watch battery have a potential downside? I hope not. All right, so we're better now. Almost didn't get out of the way. The next step for sure is trying to sync the charges of Little Monstro and Brim. Little Monstro is much faster. Maybe like, you know, 3/4 of a second faster right now. 3/4 of a second. Not a long time in some disciplines. A very, very long time in others. I don't really have any interest in going to the boss trap room just to go. Careful, careful. But I'll call it like... I think we're actually like pretty set now. At least it's not like a total chore to do the levels. We still got a long way to go. But I think that this is like the first floor where I'm really like, the addition of a couple of great items could make this, like the end of this run might be unrecognizable. We might not remember that it was terrible. Is this an XL? Oh, it's Caves 2, it can't even be an XL, dude. Let me out! We win! Two stone chests live inside of you. Which one do you feed? Okay, we definitely want this because there is a battery charge here. We can get to... You might as well get to the other one, dude. Why not? And I'm waiting for that magic mush dream. Judgment. I was just gonna say, any judgment is fine. I think we actually go hard on this. We want any statistical improvement, particularly to DPS or HP, as soon as possible. Algiz is like, if I had to ask, that's what I would have asked for sure. Okay, so we've had some strokes of luck on this run. We've had some strokes of great misfortune as well, namely like all of our starting stats, but it's hard to complain too much about where we stand right now. Mostly because we're wedged in a really good spot, though. Come on, man. Come on. Okay, there we go. Potato peeler. What an interesting, what an interesting choice. So I think I probably do want to use potato peeler. Because we have 9 lives. I don't want to call it a gimme, but I think it's real nice. Let's see what we can get going on in the shop first, though, because we're already here. There we go. No greed. It's greed! Now, I'll fully admit, we're using potato peeler less as a orbital get and more as a damage get. Bro, chill. Fine, I'll do it. Oh no, where am I? Back here. What a waste of everybody's time. 2 of clubs. I think we use it 2 times. Like, the damage is so important. I believe in this philosophy here. Like, Brim will do a lot of work for you, but anything that you can do to help it along is only going to benefit you as well. And I'm very cognizant. We built a narrative here where potato peeler is kind of... I mean, me using potato peeler is a direct cause of, like, one of our streaks ending. So this is almost like getting a chance to rewrite that narrative, you know? And I'm thankful to have the opportunity, but I'm also, like, a little spooked. But this is... I'm really glad we got 9 lives. That's like a... That's a coup for us, for sure. We're in. Alright. A range upgrade. And Krampus. Again, not trying to insinuate necessarily that the run has been unfair. Merely presenting data points and going like, you know what? You can judge for yourself. And I didn't even have to ask. I knew it was going to be Krampus's head. I really don't think we need it, quite frankly. We didn't need that either, to be fair. But I think that we're better off with the coupon. I know it has not paid maybe the types of dividends we were looking for early on, but I think it'll get us there eventually. All we need to do, I mean, we did hit a floor that had essentially no shop and no devil deal, you know? What can you do? Just gotta be a little careful. I mean, I don't really care if we lose this life, but it's more like we should try to keep every life alive as long as possible, because we may actually come to a point where we need them later. So there is a good reason. Sure, sure. I mean, I'm not upset to have scatter bombs. I guess we out here? I don't know. Maybe we'll check our boss trap room real quick. You never know. It's a scary room, dude. Alright, I mean, this could conceivably be worth it. This Guppy's head. That's really, really big. Because it's another Guppy item for us. But this is the true test, right? Do we believe in the power of the coupon? Yes. I will be using the coupon instead of Guppy's head. But we can use Guppy's head for this room. Because we have 1,000,000 coupon charges. Not mathematically apt, but... Don't get... After all you've been through on this floor, I'm not getting hit by Peep, okay? You will not see it come to pass. I honestly almost freaked out there because I got Peep and Bloat super confused in my head. I was like, which one is the one that shoots beams out of the side of his dome? Alright. Alright, we've made it. Was it worth it? It was absolutely worth it. For the 400th time on this run, we got an item that provides us with no benefit, but may provide us with a benefit in the future. At some point, I'm hoping that we can get an item that provides us with a benefit immediately. You know, we've had a lot of this, you know, in the future, you know, you're gonna, oh, good game, Canucks bros, you guys are gonna be scary next year. You know what? It's time for us to be scary. Well worth it. Even if we don't get the payout we're looking for, this is a Guppy chance, which means you gotta take it. I hate, you know, beating this drum yet again, but we still basically are bad in every statistical category. We're a little bit better in speed. And admittedly, we had some control over our own damage. You know, we could have raised our damage more by using Potato Peeler, but I was unwilling to sack this life. Now that seems minor, you know, like who would care about sacking this life, especially because you get like a cube of meat in the, you know, as a compensatory factor. But I don't know. I guess I'm trying to create good team culture where we're really trying to make sure that we're winning every single one of these. Like, every single one of these lives, I want to feel like the game has to... It's got to give more than it's getting. So this is obviously, like, we don't care about this item, but we did get it for free, and we're heavily in the camp right now of beggars can't be choosers. And just, I'm telling you, dude, you know Guppy's just down the horizon here. No, that's big, okay. One great shop as well. Oh my. Oh my. I'm starting to think, you know, we're getting pulled out of the quicksand. We were sucked in the quicksand for a long time. I will say, I don't think other good Isaac players lose this run, but I definitely think this is like the perfect example of an Isaac run where if you were not recording, you would just Alt F4 the game. And you probably wouldn't play again for a week. It happens from time. I mean, it's one of those things. It's not. It doesn't even bear mentioning because, well, sadly, this doesn't do much for us. But it's just one of the things about doing an Eden run. You know, if you're doing an Eden run, sometimes you're gonna start OP, and sometimes you're gonna start like it's less about the fact that the start was bad, and more about the fact that some of these champion bosses you get on hard mode are just like laborious to fight. When you get that bad start. So, you know, does it need some tweaking? I don't know. I do feel like a good balance change would actually be to lower the health of champion enemies or champion bosses on the first floor. Again, it's less like, oh no, the game's too hard for me. And it's much more like, I could be doing other things with my time right now. But again, I know not everybody is in the same philosophy there. I'm telling you, a lot of people are very Candide-esque. They're Dr. Pangloss from Candide. The game as is as good as it could ever be. Any change is innately bad, you know? Unless I come up with it. Wait, that sounds like me. Yeah, I've got references to some literary classics. What, you didn't think I was well-read? This is another shop that is not that good for us. I don't think we use the coupon, except maybe to get this. I would rather save and use it on our deal with the devil, which now that I think about it has nothing in it. So we will be heading back. This feels like a secret room to me. What did I tell you? Okay, fantastic. In my, for university, even though I got a degree in science, I had to, you know what? Let's frickin' take it, dude. I had to take an English literature class. Which is fine, actually. I mean, I like it. I think it's... I think a well-rounded education is not necessarily essential, but can be beneficial for sure. And I like to read. We read a lot of stuff. We read... Bartleby the Scrivener, Metamorphosis. We read... Candide. One of the Fausts. We read some Ovid. Trying to think. There's a lot. And a lot apparently that I don't remember. What I do remember of that class is that my professor was like extremely excited to watch The Departed. Like because my first year of university, my first semester was the fall of 2006. The Departed probably came out in like October or November. And every class he was like, I'm so excited to see The Departed. And, you know, I bet he liked it. It's a very likable movie. I mean, I don't mean like, you know, it's a laugh a minute, but I mean, it's a movie that's easy to enjoy. So I wanted to see if you were gonna be... Don't do it. I wanted to see if you were gonna be a fortune teller, in which case I probably would have actually played you. By the way, bro, we are on the depths too. This is a very important time for this run to really come together. So what I would love to see is a shop with some spirit hearts and a reroll machine. a guppy item from any source. Because it's all fun and games right now. We've kept this 8th life alive for like a super long time. But it will cease to be fun and games very, very shortly. I don't know if my psyche could handle losing this run. With all of the effort that we've put into this, it's like that Thanos quote, you know, in time, you will know what it means to lose. We've fought so desperately on this one. to have it lead to a loss would shatter my worldview that, you know, you get what you deserve. Okay, good stuff. Good, like, I mean, you know what? We deserve that for sure. There's no doubt in my mind we deserve that. I like that this is a linear floor so far. I'm a big fan of that. By the way, in case you were wondering what it takes to make a brimstone run losable, I think we're here. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, we're in such a terrible spot. But, like, this is where we're at, while also having, like, pretty much indisputably one of the top 10 or 15 items in the game. So, Hermit, I would, okay, Dogtooth, I'm not turning up my nose at any damage. And then Hermit allows us to get into the shop as soon as possible. Where, honestly, I'm like, we should just buy. In this situation, we should just be buying. Because we get, we were not using our money for anything anyway. The only way it'll matter is if we get money equals power. We can't even fight Hush, which is the only other place we could spend money, I think. On a judgment, I guess. But, you know, these are like big maybes. And we're going to get more money anyway. Having one extra coupon charge for the boss fight, or the deal with the devil, potentially, is what it's all about. So, I think you're also going to get your wish if you hate when we ignore Dogtooth. Because we very, very much have, I would say, like an obligation to check these. We could donate to our donation machine and maybe pick up a luck upgrade. Yet another stat that is not really killing it. But I don't think it's... Well, I mean, I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's good either. I think it's essentially very likely to be an inert choice. But we're... I mean, you're watching. Okay, sure. Fate's Reward. Again, it's like a bizarre, kind of like counterintuitive way of thinking, but the worse our run is, the happier I am to have even like a mild helper. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you're a billionaire and somebody gives you an Aston Martin Vanquish, you'd be like, oh, thanks. What am I gonna do with this? I already got a Pagani Zonda and a Ferrari Enzo. But if you're, like, not doing so well, just somebody giving you a ride to the grocery store might mean the world to you, right? Wait, hold on. A woo? A woo? A woo! Werewolves are lining. I guess we might as well. So I'm like, at this point, like, I'm not in a position where I'm like saying no to any kind of helper. Ghost baby. I mean, we're also getting closer to conjoined, I think, so there's something there. By the way, even the wealthy person, they should say thank you for an Aston Martin Vanquish. It's an expensive car. It's a car James Bond drove in the Pierce Brosnan movies. I actually saw a Vanquish in Vancouver the other day. And I gotta say, I'm not, again, I've said it before, I'm not a car guy. No deal? Okay. In Vancouver, you see a lot of nice, like a lot of supercars on pretty much a daily basis. Some of them, you know, you see some nice McLarens. I'm like, this is a sporty looking car. You know, you see like a Bentley Continental GT, you're like, okay, or like a Rolls-Royce Phantom. I'm not flexing. I'm not driving them. You see them now and then. There's one, I won't say his license plate, but there's one guy I've seen him multiple times in Vancouver. So he drives a Rolls-Royce. I think it's a Phantom, which is, I don't know, like a $400,000 car. And every time I look in, I expect him to be like 100 years old. And it's like a 19-year-old kid, and I just get furious, which is very unbecoming of me. I don't know, he probably earned that. What am I gonna say? Like, the most likely way he made that money would be being an influencer. So am I gonna be like, screw that kid? It's not really, you know, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. Shouldn't be calling him a kid either. I mean, he's 19 years old. He's an adult. Either way. But I saw an Aston Martin Vanquish parked the other day. I went and took a look at it because, you know, it's not a car you see every day. It's not like I don't see what the hype's about. You know, it's got a nice luxury interior. I'm sure it's a beast if you want to drive it quickly. Plus, of course, the heat-seeking missile launcher located in the just under the fog lights, according to Die Another Day. But I'm like, you know, I'm not. Look, if you're the one person watching this who maybe has an Aston Martin Vanquish, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just saying I don't get the appeal. Maybe it's for you know, enthusiasts more than the casual person like me that's like, but it just looks like a Kia. Okay, that's a hit I'm disappointed to have taken, but I was like, I bet, you know, an Aston Martin Vanquish, that doesn't seem like the kind of car you drive and you're like, this is my car, you know? I think it's the kind of car you drive and you're like, this is my Vanquish, but I've got, you know, 9 other cars in the garage at home. This is a tough choice. There's definitely a very real temptation to go into this curse room. It could give us spirit hearts. It could give us the final guppy item. Yo, this double key room is really tickling my sensibilities. We'll come back to that curse room in a moment. There's a secret room here. We got enough bombs to just try multiple locations. That's a curse chest. Like, the lighting's playing tricks on me, but that is a curse chest. Okay, we gotta be careful here. I do want to blow all these up because, like, Magic Mush is worth so much to us. This is probably the kind of run where we should have taken pills as well. But, like, a Tears upgrade probably would have tilted me into the stratosphere, so maybe I'm glad we didn't. I don't know if this is the worst run we've had on the streak so far, because straight up, just getting Brimstone makes it really, really hard to, you know, judge it. But it feels horrible. Our damage is 3.75, and we've upgraded it. Our tiers are 50! 5-0. Just, I'm already doing my stretch, because we're like, yeah, I know, okay. Just give me, this is only depths 1, too, right? Oh my, or not depths, sorry, utero. But... okay, again, you don't anticipate needing the money. This would be, I would definitely take Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball. Christian Bear. Christian Bear, Christian Bear. You know that video? This is just this is a microcosm of this whole run in general. A lot of words, not a whole lot of power. So, I don't even know if this... I don't think Bloody Crown will work on this floor, because the floor has already been generated. But it should give us an item room on the next floor. Alright. Don't die. I'm gonna pop this just because, A, it's not that good. So why save it? But then also, I'm like, B, rather use it than, you know, never get anything. I'd rather use it than lose it, I guess is a good way to say it. It rhymes, therefore it must be true. Okay. Okay. HP, are you serious? It's good items. Okay, I mean, we might as well. We definitely want Abaddon. That's not even close. I guess we'd rather have Book of Belial. Do you know that that's where we're at on this run? I would rather have Book of Belial than our existing spacebar item. Book of Belial is something that I turn up my nose at every opportunity. That was like the perfect poetic moment for that to be something of merit. Two of spades? I mean, we'll pop it. If you like to gamble, I tell you I'm your man. The two of spades. It's, you know, I don't know. I don't know the lyrics of the song that well. I'll tell you. Here's how we're gonna do this. Yep. That's how we're gonna do it. Do keep in mind we got 8 lives, so you know we're taking some heat here. It'll change. You know, we just need to get through this not so great period here, and then in time you will know what it means to win. To feel so desperately that you're gonna lose and come out with the dub all the same. Okay, so this ruins permanent Polaroid invincibility, and I don't care. Just go fast this time. There you go. That's better. Still rooting for like a singular guppy payout. We gulped something. He's gulped it. Okay, stop taking... Just because like you got HP now, you think you're hot stuff, you think you can take damage. Before you put another notch on your lipstick case, you better make sure I put you in my place. I don't know, dude. I'm just gonna be honest. Of all the people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I probably vibe the least with Pat Benatar. Like, hit me with your best shot, love is a battlefield, and I need a hero. I'm just not that down with them. I'm not saying they're terrible songs, but they're very much not for me. You know what? I hate to just sound like, you know, I've got some kind of gender bias here. I also don't really get, like, the Joan Jett fandom. The Joan Jett stans. Like, hey, and I'll level with you. I'll meet you in the middle on this one here. I love Rock and Roll. I think it's not a good song. But if you disagree, that's fine. You know, that's what, you know, our ancestors fought and died for, is the right to disagree civilly about music. Without it leading to some kind of duel in New Jersey. However, I do think Bad Reputation is kind of a better song. Like the Freaks and Geeks theme song. I don't give a dang about Bad Reputation. Donkey donkey donk donk. Yeah, like that one. I kind of like that song. So maybe I'm not that anti-Joan Jett, but I'm really anti. I love rock and roll. I don't like that song at all. I'll admit. Yo, it's a tinted rock. Why would you get so close? Okay. We're fine. Blast them. Alright, well, okay. There you go. Then, one of those will do a lot of work. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know, but we're gonna use the... Okay, it's small rock, baby! We're cruising USA. It only took us 49 minutes to get here. Now, if there is a god... What would really hit the spot right now, in the same way that people, you know, don't finish their entrees but could really go for dessert, I would love to get a deal with the devil here. I almost don't care what it is, but Guppy would really be nice. Sure, you know, it's, I mean, I was asking for something that was above and beyond. I'm not even being facetious. You know, it makes sense. Okay, so We're still underpowered, but we might be like at average. I guess that's like a little bit of a oxymoron, or is that what I'm looking? No, oxymoron is like, what's that? Is that an oxymoron when two words contradict each other? Like there was always, anytime we talked about oxymorons in like grade school, I remember I always had one classmate who would always put up her hand and be like military intelligence, and everyone was like, oh snap, she did it, she got him. And you know what's weird is getting older and realizing that all of the jokes you hear your classmates tell are actually just their parents' jokes. It's like I feel like and I'm not even saying I disagree, but I'm just saying I know a lot about your family from the I feel like I can glean a lot about your family from the fact that you're so excited to tell that joke every year. I'm not trying to pass judgment, but this was also someone, again, very nice girl. However, her parents would not let her watch PG-13 movies until she turned 13. Maybe not that catastrophic, but for her 13th birthday party, we all went to the movie theater and watched the Tooth Fairy horror film Darkness Falls. So you be the judge if that was a victimless crime, because I feel like I mean, they probably bought my ticket, to be honest, so I'm not complaining, but I had to sit through it, so who's the real loser? Hey, man, Darkness Falls is pretty good. It's not, though. It's not good. But you know what? I kind of feel like horror is a lot like sci-fi in that even when it's bad, it's kind of always got like a base. I'm not saying like they're all good, even if they're bad, but they always have like a certain baseline level of entertainment, even if you're like, you know, it's in the same way that even if a sci-fi movie is bad, it kind of tickles your imagination. Even if a horror movie is bad, you're like, you know, it's still kind of... There were times where it startled me. I wasn't startled. I wasn't... Come on. You don't get startled? When people tell me they don't get startled, that's like by a horror film, I'm like, you know, startling is a reflex, right? Like, the fact that you didn't experience the startle is like way more negative for you than it is positive. You might need to go see a doctor. Woof woof. Okay. What is it, boy? Is there a black market here? I knew there was. You know what? It's maybe like the best non-brimstone item we've gotten over the course of the entire run. Our rate of fire has halved versus where it was merely a floor ago. So, you know what? Dogtooth has proved to be a pretty worthwhile pickup. Can't deny that. Alright. And can I do want to say one more other thing in terms of like being proud of myself. You know, it might have been a little controversial that we stuck out that 8th life for as long as we did when we had access to Potato Peeler. But man, we got down to half a Spirit Heart multiple times, and we still made it work. 53 minutes later, we are still sitting on that 8th life. That's amazing. I'm pretty proud of myself. We had some help. You know, Abaddon was a very nice helper, for sure. I also do want to say, I don't think we've necessarily got this one in the bag just yet. You know, the chest with a couple of bad rooms and a couple of mental slip-ups can cause you some serious problems. But I am also very hopeful because I think I've seen every not-so-good item in the game. So by now, we should pretty much only have good stuff remaining. If there is a god. Okay. So we got 3 spacebar items. I will say, though... Oh, no, we got 4 spacebar items. I will say, though, I'm happier to have Book of Shadows than I am to have Book of Belial. The invincibility's worth a lot more. We'll use this frequently. Let me out. There you go. So we got an okay luck stat. This is one where you can definitely use it. We got an okay luck stat. I would expect to maybe get a few extra items down here. This isn't our run with Humbling Bundle, right? Oh, dude, come on. That's got to be conjoined. Harlequin Baby removed Curse of Darkness? No, there was no Curse of Darkness. That was just the effect from the... Okay. Yeah, fair enough. It's not the adversary, I forget. You called like the Lost or something? I don't know. Who cares? I don't look at the boss names anymore. They disappoint me. Honey, you got a big storm coming. Why shop at 5 or 6 stores when you could shop at just one? Don't hit me. By the way, this room, I dedicate this one to everybody who's gonna write, why is he complaining so much when he has Brimstone? This is definitely one where Brimstone is making our horrible run palatable instead of a situation where it's making our good run great and I just have no perspective. Now, who are you going to trust? The guy in the YouTube comments with no avatar or Mr. 3,000 episodes of this game? That's all. I ask you once again, who do you trust? You know what? I'm gonna pop this. You got skin in the game and Mr. No Avatar doesn't? What do you mean he's got no skin in the game? Maybe you've never heard of a little something called Reddit Karma. Redeemable at most modern banks for absolutely nothing. So I got a question to all the stamp collectors out there. To all the philatelists. That's what I'm going to check. I don't want to get in trouble here. Hold on. Orbital, please. Thank you. What is a philatelist? Dangerous homonym alert. Hold on. It's because Google spelled it F-E-L-L. Philatelist. Is that stamp collecting? It is stamp collecting. So I got a question to all the philatelists out there. Stamp collecting, obviously a thing. And to be honest with you, I kind of get it. You know, you get it hits a couple of different sweet spots for the human brain, right? One of them is collecting, which people just find enjoyable. You know, gotta catch them all, etc., etc. Another one is like there's history associated with it, right? Another one is like the hunt, you know. And then it's also kind of like in its own weird way, it's kind of like investing, right? So I don't do it, but I totally get it. Is there any like modern reason to buy collections of stamps? Or is it one of those things where it's like sports cards where people think that you know, they're going to be worth money someday, and they might be, again, but the bubble kind of popped in the late 1980s, and it hasn't quite recovered yet, although I know Gary Vaynerchuk's doing his best. Because I mail a lot of letters. I'm being sincere, you know? All of our corporation documentation, you know, all of my, you know, tax correspondence with the Canadian government, I do via letters. And honest, you know, I'm an internet guy, obviously. I've actually historically found the online stuff, believe it or not, more unreliable. And though it makes no sense at all, sending a piece of paper through the mail has a much better track record of getting where I needed to go in a timely fashion, and also going into the right spot instead of, you know, into a different bucket of their online accounting system. But anyway, so when I buy stamps, they're always like, is there any like, do you want to just buy normal stamps, or for the same price, do you want these like cool stamps that are like, you know, Canadian scientists and stuff? I don't believe those stamps are going to be worth money someday, but I always get them because I'm like, why would I get the normal stamps when I could get the astronaut stamps? And then I don't want to use them because I'm like, these things could be worth money someday. Oh, a 2020 Canadarm stamp? That's worth $50,000. I'd be interested to hear. We got a diverse and cosmopolitan audience out there with, you know, varied interests. I'm sure there's some stamp collectors out there. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I can't believe we've made it 55 in a row. And I'll see you next time. See ya!